Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and yes, we got some major salt because another fallout is happening between Microsoft and the Xbox division. More first-party games coming over, so of course we have more salt deriving from that. That being said, let's not wait, let's go ahead and jump to it. All right, so like I was saying, what I want to do is get right to it. It's been great seeing the fallout. Xbox fanboys being, extremely shocked that they're losing yet another first-party game going to a competing platform, that in PlayStation. Now, at the time of this recording, the rumor is that Forza 5 will be the one coming over to the PlayStation ecosystem, which is huge. Now, if that ends up not being the case, going forward, this is that disclaimer. That being said, before we get to the Forza salt and a couple videos showcasing that, let's start with the first one here in regards to Crash Bandicoot, in regards to Game Pass itself. Estelle, the biggest ass out there just about. Crash Bandicoot's trilogy's huge player count increase shows the power of the Xbox Game Pass. And of course, true achievements here. Crash Bandicoot Trilogy's huge player count increase shows the power of Xbox Game Pass. Yes, first time Xbox has had this franchise on Xbox Game Pass to my recollection and memory. So of course it's going to get a boost immediately because it's part of the ABK Activision deal. Lo and behold, this whole entire trilogy and other games have also been part of PS Plus before it's even on Game Pass. Now again, this is before they acquired ABK, but no, I promise you, whether it be True Achievements or Estelle himself, it isn't due to Game Pass itself only pushing those numbers up. I think that's interesting. Crash Bandicoot's trilogy's huge player count increase shows the power of Xbox Game Pass. Again, stating that. No, it's finally they get something. They finally get something on that Game Pass menu that they haven't had, and of course something with quality is going to do more numbers. What else have they been playing? They've been done with Hellblade 2 for how long now? What else are they playing that's on there? People have been saying it's pretty stagnant in regards to what the games have been on there. They haven't been showcasing anything. They're playing older games. Obviously, the Crash Bandicoot series, even the remasters and stuff, are an older release at this point in time. So, again, you're hindered and you're trying to use something for Game Pass, and that's what you're doing, is using Crash Bandicoot that's been out and available on PS Plus way before this, as a crutch, as a way to bolster and make it seem like, and lie to the fans out there again and the casuals, like, see, Game Pass is good. We finally have Crash Bandicoot here, and that's what we're all playing right now. Why are you all playing Crash Bandicoot right now? Why are you not playing newer games? What's going on here? Where's the disconnect? That's my question there. But just kind of wanted to share that. They bolster up those numbers, and they wonder why, and everything's just fine. But this is before the Forza stuff, but that being said, as we're getting to the Forza stuff here, I just wanted to share something from the past. Earlier this year from Snap Blast Play, as you can see, Forza Horizon 5, Xbox Series SX, 38.9 million players. Again, this isn't sales. We're strictly talking about MAUs, yet again, monthly active users, and not sales. That too, imagine trying to do this on Gran Turismo 7 on the PS5. Well, Snap, I mean, we don't have to imagine anymore, because if Forza does end up being over on the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation ecosystem, we no longer have to imagine. We can just do it after all. We can just do it after all. Now, all jokes aside, on top of that too, wouldn't it be kind of hilarious though that Microsoft trolls and throws Redfall out on that? That'd be pretty great. But let's get to the good stuff here. Now, you know, Colt Eastwood, he's basically featured in almost every video at this point in time. Forza, that's a new one right there. Forza Horizon 5 will be even bigger on PlayStation 5. They need a real open world racing game over there. Nice of Xbox first party to step up when PlayStation hasn't, and of course shows the screenshot of Forza Horizon 5. I think this is great way of coping. It is a great way of coping. It's absolutely insane to me. The fact that he's trying to hide that animosity, trying to hide the hurt, that it is stinging that heart so much because he's pumped up Forza Horizon 5 for so long and so often, and obviously trying to compare it to Gran Turismo 7 very often, but what a stinger. I mean, I'll be honest, with me being invested in PlayStation ecosystem as my primary system, if Gran Turismo went over there, and I'm a big Gran Turismo fan, that's going to sting. I mean, rightfully so, but it is interesting to see the cope, and of course they twist things, right? Lying to the fans, they finally get one, they need one. Is that what you're telling yourself and others? Because that's a problem. That's a problem here. But he's not done there, of course. But he has many other examples, of course. But on top of that, we do have Kid Smooth as well, right? A glutton for punishment. Again, I feel bad for Kid, but he does it to himself, right? Pardon me while I up my chair here that's sinking for some reason. Dang thing needs to be replaced at this point. Hydraulics. Kid Smooth saying Xbox is PlayStation's B, and the Xbox fan base will suffer because Xbox doesn't have a competitive soul in its organization. Console wars were definitely real, and it had a clear beneficiary, the winner, PlayStation. Now, again, we can take this in all sorts of directions, folks. We really can. But the fact of the matter is, the writing's been on the wall for so long. Where have they been? Why did they not see this coming? They think we were just trolling. People like myself, that we're just trolling, that we're lying to the Xbox fan base when we said, you guys not buying games is not going to bode well for you if you just rely on Game Pass. Xbox put all their chickens or all their eggs in one basket, and it didn't work out. The subscriber numbers were stagnant. They're not getting the games out on time. Games being delayed. They cost more for AAAs. They're not supporting the devs systems like Hi-Fi Rush that now thankfully was picked up and saved, by the way. Thankfully. My gosh. And to fumble that bag when they won a game award, they won multiple game awards. It was it's a darling amongst the gaming community, right? Hi-Fi Rush was. And they just can't seem to get anything right. I don't know how bad things are to mismanage every direction. I understand Satya is doing things behind the scenes and pulling strings as well, but I know Phil has power there. He has some sort of direction there. He has some power there. I mean, regardless of what everybody's saying, he does have some influence there. And it feels like they're just not fighting anymore. They threw, again, all those eggs in one basket. It didn't work out. Now they're throwing their hands up because they went ahead and bought ZeniMax and they bought ABK, and they're like, yeah, we're in a lot of debt. How do we fix this? Well, I guess we start releasing our games on other systems and try to get our money back. And they'll get their money back eventually, especially with games like COD and such. But as far as hardware, the only direction they have, by the way, in my opinion, is if they do a hybrid handheld console, which is rumored to happen. So they do something similar to the Switch, or they have a good piece of console hardware and they do something with a hybrid handheld as well. If they do something like that and it takes off, even in a now saturated market with Steam Deck, with Switch 2 coming out, with a Lenovo, with AROG, oh my gosh, I can't even say the word. You know what I'm talking about. All the handhelds out there. They are probably going to have just as many options, and they're going to continue to upgrade those models and stuff. I mean, the market at this point, again, they're playing catch up, and if they do something like that, they have a long road ahead of them, trying to win the market back with failed promises left and right, and just trying to market that and trying to make their way into the now saturated handheld market, right? There's a reason why PlayStation's like, well, dabble at the PS Portal and see what happens, and somehow that ended up being very profitable and very well received, which good for them, and I enjoy my Portal, but I didn't expect it to do super well. I thought it was niche for people like me, and there you go, right? But that being said, let's shift over here. Like I said, circling back to Kid Smooth real quick, is he just doesn't learn, and he's going to throw these tantrums, he's going to throw these fits, and then they just don't learn. They're going to continue to shill, and if Xbox tries to get this little W, or they put out that promise, right, in the future, that this certain game's coming, or wait for this next hardware, here's a rumor that this is going to happen and make things okay, they're going to continue to turn around and shill and lie and overhype and get their hopes up, and it's the same old rhetoric, right? Every single time. It's sad to see, but that's just how it's going to happen. But again, oh well, I guess we get content in channels like these, right? So that being said, let's show the first example of the video here. Just look how upset and hurt and salty this whole group is essentially, but here you go.
Nate Drake and Shinobi602 have both suggested that Xbox has a new PS5 port coming soon. Many to speculate that that title would in fact be Forza Horizon 5. Look, this is probably going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. And I'll say this. I am a console and platform purist. I understand that business is business. I will tell you, I don't like it. This is happening, folks. I'm never going to bend the knee and say I like it, but this is business. All you have to do is just take a step back. Like I know a lot of people are going to be in their feelings over this. Some people may have a temper tantrum and everything. I hear you. No one likes crossing the lines, man. And I'm the first guy to say that because I'm an old school cat. I like platforms to have their exclusives, but I'm also no longer the demographic. I'm just the guy with the money who buys the games. Listen, I don't have any control over this, so I've kind of just thrown up my hands. Now, I don't want to see Gears go over there. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't want to see Halo go over there. I'm just never gonna. You're never gonna hear me say, "Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's a Halo, whatever." No.
So for Xbox, right? What I see as the vision of the future is they get rid of the platform like bias of having to have it be just this specific box. It's more of we have an open service platform. Any one of our partners can use it, and our games will be everywhere. But we will have all the big games. They said this, right? They want to be the Disney of IP in gaming. They want those big games, which is why it's very likely they will go after a Take-Two.
All right, so as you can clearly see, gentleman number one, right? Gentleman number one, very upset about it, but he understands business is business. He's not going to bend the knee and make sure it's all right, which good for him. I mean, you got to fight. You invest in an ecosystem, you got to fight for it and be like, I don't agree with it, right? And rightfully so. I agree for that point, but the other part of it is, you may not want to see Gears on there. You may not want to see Halo on there. The odds are it's probably going to happen. If you're seeing Forza, if that ends up being the next game, or even if it ends up being Gears or whatever the case is, whether it be Starfield, whatever, it's going to happen. I mean, the writing, again, is on the wall. It's going to happen. And I love how gentleman number two here, I'm not even going to say their names because I just don't care. I know who they are. I'm just going to say gentleman number two out there. And now it's okay. They want to be Disney-like, basically, and they're just going to purchase everything, and that's okay. So that's okay with you now. It's okay that they have their first-party games on other competing platforms because they're making money. What's it matter, dude? What's it matter at that point? And no, they're not going to sit there and buy Take-Two. They're not going to sit there and buy EA and all this other garbage. So now you're putting out this other delusion and bull crap, again, to try and hype and lie to the fan base and make them think there's a chance or there's a reason or there's a window on why they're doing this stuff. Absolute insanity. But the insanity doesn't end there. We got one more video here to show you. And I think this is great as well. Probably my favorite of the two, to be honest. So here, take a look.
This is kind of breaking news today. Popular gaming insider Shinobi has said that another Xbox exclusive will be going to PlayStation next week.
You could hope that they wouldn't touch Halo, Gears, and Forza, but I think they eventually will do that.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, Cole.
Hey, how's it going? Are you on your show? I'm just kidding. I know you're on your show.
Yes, and you were on the air.
Hi, everyone. I don't think we know, and
oh, okay, you don't
my
know.
best to spitball like what possibly could be, but my best guesstimation, if it's an older game, maybe it's Halo Master Chief Collection. That's a really super good educated guess. So I
Right.
want you guys to discuss that, and I'm going to get back to making dinner and listen to your great show.
All right. Okay, later. Master Chief Collection makes a lot of sense. I think starting there would make a lot more sense than Halo Infinite, but it's still Halo.
Yeah.
Either way, it's going to be kind of weird to make that adjustment to see games going onto competing platforms. It's going to be weird for a while to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I don't know. I'm not mad about it.
All right. I mean, wow. So this is great because obviously Fonz doesn't agree with gentleman number 2. We'll keep calling him, but he doesn't agree with them at all at the end there, and calls him out on that in a way. But the whole thing is just a crapshoot, right? Every single person involved, whether it's Colt, whether it's Fonz, anybody in the videos, right? They've all sat there and tried to downplay what happened. We'll get to the rest of the video here of it, but they downplayed what happened. I'll have to find those examples. I know I can get a hold of them. They tried to downplay it this summer, saying that's not what Phil meant. Calm down. You ponies don't know what you're talking about. He doesn't mean more games are coming to the console that are first party from Xbox. You're insane. And and especially Gaz out there, of course, I got all these receipts and I can't wait to use them. And it's like, dude, you play yourself every single time. And all you do is deflect and call people names and do things like that, this, that, and the other. It doesn't matter. You have zero credibility. Everybody in these videos has zero credibility. Absolutely none. You all lie, you shill, and now your bed has been made, and look at it. The proof is there. It's right there. We're showing it in the videos. The words out of your mouth, these aren't doctored, these aren't AI created. Words out of your mouth. Posts that you posted and typed and sent. That's what this is all about. It's what the series is all about. But how pathetic is it? Then also Colt calls in, right? He calls in, my opinion, it's going to be, could be Halo, could be Gears, whatever, It's just, you have no clue. You're just calling into bull crap. You have no clue. You're not an insider. I don't care who you know. I don't care who you hang around with. You're so off base. Even the Amazon part leaked that this is going to be Forza 5. Now, again, if it ends up not being Forza 5, then so be it. But all signs at this point in time of recording point to Forza 5, right? And, you better hope it's only Forza 5 instead of Gears and Halo, because those are the two. Even above Starfield, above Fable, above whatever, those are the two. If one of those staples in your franchise come over, and Forza 5 is a staple in the franchise, I'm not downplaying that one bit. It's a stinger. But if it ends up being Gears, or especially Halo, the number one, I think it goes Halo, Gears, Forza. Those are the three. Everything after that, yes, can be stingers from first party and whatever, but those are the big three. Forza 5 is huge. Starfield, I don't think is huge when it happens. I think we've all known that was going to come. It's going to eventually happen, But Forza, Gears, Halo, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, however you want to put those, right? But it's just going to happen. But Colt being so out of touch, he's just throwing out the other games when he knows, you should know anyways. If someone like myself knows that it's probably going to be Forza 5, how are you not knowing this? This is one of your main jobs out there. This is my side gig aside from my main job. And I'm even more in touch with all this than it seems to be all these individuals. It's so weird, but good goodness, it's crazy. And then with Fonz getting upset at the end there, and gentleman number 2, he's just upset at the fact that, like, what are you talking about? PlayStation doesn't have the consistent hits. Are you kidding me? And then you're going to go back to the remakes and remasters, and that's what you're going to get upset about? As if you wouldn't buy another remake from a Halo franchise or a Gears franchise. Get out of here. If it's a great game, it's a great game. Another opportunity or reason to play, whether it's a fresh set of trophies or achievements or whatever the case is, why would you not play it, right? Give me a break. So you're going to throw shade into the wind there and say, what does PlayStation have? Well, I don't know. They got the sales. They got the sales in the software and hardware. That's what they got. And they got the biggest ecosystem out there just about, when it comes to console gaming. Aside from Nintendo, they have a great, sales, Fortitude, everything in between there. They sell very well. The Switch has done very well. The only hiccup they've had in a long time was the Wii U. Their games speak for themselves. Xbox's games aren't speaking for themselves, so neither is Game Pass. But yes, Xbox is just still doing so much better than PlayStation, buddy. Just keep throwing that delusion out there again. I mean, there's got to be some help for these folks. The mental illness involved with all this is insanity to me. Truly it is. But that being said, I'm still here for it because I love the Salt. I love the Fallout. I mean, karma, A. And B, we told you so. All y'all shills on social media that are Xbox fanboys, they're in that group. We told you. Not even Jez is saying Forza 5, saying it's not Forza 5. If it ends up being Forza 5, oh, it's going to be so good. Because Jez is wrong again. Again, I'll have to find those examples and we'll share that in another video. But that being said, we'll let you get back to your day. I appreciate you sticking around for the entirety of the video. Lots to go over, a lot more salt from the fallout of whatever the game ends up being, which I think is Forza, but if it's not, it's still going to be salty because it's going to be a first-party game. So enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Again, thank you so much for your support. Every like, comment helps me out so much. Would love to hear from you down. It helps out the algorithm, especially if you haven't already. Definitely consider subscribing. We are getting even closer to that 2,500 goal. You guys are amazing. We're just keep climbing. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. That being said, I do want you all to remember, of course, don't be a salty batch. And we'll see you all next time on the next Xvault gaming video. And until then, take care.